Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading for August 2024, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Okay, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is kind of this feeling of being in quicksand, right? It's kind of this feeling as if we're in a swamp, right? I feel like right now you don't feel like you're at your best, okay? What everybody kind of expects is this very cheerful and vibrant and energetic and charismatic leader kind of person. I think this is really a sensitivity. Okay, and I've said this, I think in the last reading we were talking about this. You're a very sensitive person. And I think that this card is talking about you're in need of something. Maybe the people around you aren't listening to what you need, or they're not aware of it. Maybe you're not telling them. Okay. But I feel like this is a situation that it doesn't feel as if it's improving. Okay. This isn't something that we can claw our way out of, because like quicksand, if we struggle too much, we sink further, right? So there needs to be a different way of pulling ourselves out of this. Now, for some of you, this is really, it could be an injury or an illness, literally, that we're trying to recover from. But I feel like it's a deeper kind of sadness almost. You know, it's kind of that you expected to kind of feel better being where you are in life. So it makes you kind of feel like maybe this wasn't the goal after all. Maybe this wasn't, you know, what I thought it was going to be. Maybe this isn't the right path. I feel like we start thinking a lot of thoughts like this, especially when we're kind of in this Seven of Cups feeling, right? But the Seven of Cups gives away the answer. It's confidence. It's love, right? Love and confidence are the way through this. Okay, let's see what that means. Obviously, you know, that's kind of open to interpretation. So we're going to do a few more cards. There's the Five. The Five of Cups is reminding us that this too shall pass. Okay, that the emotions that we feel are not permanent. So we don't need to identify with them. We don't need to hold on to them and cling to them. Okay. This is really, compared to the Seven of Cups, the Five of Cups is very refreshing. Because if this is stagnant water, at least this is water that's now moving. Okay. So this could really be us communicating how we're feeling, talking to somebody, expressing our concerns, expressing our needs, right? Also, this is us being open to receiving joy and laughter, you know, and not being so locked into that swamp kind of quicksand thing, that we don't recognize the good things when they are being offered to us. Okay. So far, this is a lot of water energy, of not the kind we want either. You know what I mean? We've got that Moon card now. Moon card's also some watery energy. The Moon card is a feeling as if our third eye is closing, right? It's like the eye of the pyramid is closing upon us. It's like the lunar aperture is narrowing. We're losing sight of the vision, right? It's things are getting kind of darker until we can't see where we are, what we're doing. We feel lost, right? And I sort of feel that's a little bit of what you maybe are experiencing right now. The feeling as if the sun is going down and there's no moon tonight. It's just going to be dark, right? So there might be a feeling of sort of confusion. It's sort of lost. It feels as if it might be the dawning of a dark night of the soul. Okay? And this is down beneath, this is within you. This is kind of like, we may be feeling this kind of unwell energy right now. Maybe manifesting as some digestive trouble. Okay? And it could be this underlying fear, this underlying kind of sneaking suspicion almost that it's not just a temporary discomfort or a temporary sadness, that this is something existential. And it may very well be. Got a 5 of Swords in the background. I think the 5 of Swords is talking about a conversation that you tried to have with somebody, and it's almost as if they didn't understand you or they didn't seem to really care, right? We got the 5, and now we've got both 5s, right? It seems as if this was your attempt at communicating or expressing yourself or expressing your needs, and it didn't seem like it was heard. Yeah. And so I feel like this kind of started up some other emotional stuff, and it probably brought a lot of other issues up to bear on the current situation. But I think it all stemmed from a desire to be understood by your person or your group of people or whoever, right? But it didn't connect. Okay? This could be a family member, friend, could be something taking place at work, right? And so this may be also it may be exacerbating the problem. This could have been the kind of most recent incident that made you aware of this feeling, that kind of brought it out even more and said, yeah, I'm just feeling not good about something, A lot of difficult energy right now, okay? But, we're not abandoning the reading. You're sticking with me. We've got the strength to overcome this. There's the 9 of Wands at the top of everything. And this, again, is your confidence. And we know that by going through the trials and tribulations of life, that's how we gain strength. That's how we evolve. That's how we grow to be the best version of ourselves, right? And it's evidenced here in the 9 of Wands. It's the sun and the moon conjoined. We know that we are gaining this strength, and we are continuing our destiny and our evolution by dealing with the difficult things of life. Now we've got the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Your heart and your mind are in some turmoil, and maybe it feels tumultuous because you're kind of stuck. You feel stuck. You feel as if you're in a situation that will never end. But these are odd-numbered cards. Really, all of them are. There's a 9 here. There's 5, 5, 7. They're odd numbers. They're functions, verbs. They're active energies. So it reminds us that we're in this quicksand, but this isn't the end. This isn't game over. We're not stuck here. It feels like it, but we're not. Okay? So you are trying to connect with your sense of purpose, your sense of destiny, connect with that spiritual energy in your life, and understand that this major arcana, the only one we have so far, this dark night, this very scary forest, right? This dark landscape, this kind of nightmare world, the underworld, literally underneath the path here. This is the necessary phase for you. This is something that we have to endure to emerge on the other side with that fighting spirit, right? We got another 5 here. 5 of Wands. This is Saturn in Leo. This is your ability to utilize your strength and your confidence to get through this difficult period in your life, right? Not by anxious, frantic, chaotic energy and thrashing about in the quicksand, because you know that's going to cause you to sink more, but by the very intentional and deliberate actions ruled by your will, ruled by your trust in spirit, because you may be going through a dry period. You may be going through a period where you don't really feel the divine in your life. But know that it's still there. And know that it is intensely connected with you, and it's guiding you through this. This is a necessary phase of things. All right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and we'll just set it down over here. We'll put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's totally free, and it supports the channel. Small announcement, I've finally set up a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok official accounts. Follow the link down below in the video description, okay? Those are my only official pages. There are a lot of scammers out there, okay? There's not any content on there now, but there will be. But make sure you follow the links in the video description, okay? Also, I feel like the Five of Swords here is somebody lying to you. There's something with trust. The trust has been broken somewhere, yeah. Let's see what's going on in the path of the Serpent general energy. Now we've got an 8 of Wands. I feel as if this is us kind of learning from this situation, and now we're realizing that we can get out of the quicksand, and now we've got to move in a particular direction. And it kind of is this is sort of an energy that says it doesn't matter which direction you go as long as you're moving. Okay, because as long as we're here, we're just we feel stuck. We feel like we're not moving here. But through our efforts, through our will, through our trust in spirit, even if we can't directly perceive that spiritual energy, we know it's there. We're trusting in it. It's giving us confidence and strength. We're going to start moving. Any direction is going to be fruitful for you, as long as we pick ourselves up and we start applying ourselves in any particular direction. Okay, the spiritual light is shining through you into everything that you do here. The 8 of Wands is sort of a swiftness. It's kind of saying, once you get out of the quicksand, don't just stand there. Go. Continue your journey. This is a card that says you have a lot of diversity in how you're manifesting your creative energy. There's a lot of options in front of you. Okay. If this is a work thing, there's no shortage of other places you can go and take your skills and your talents. If this is a relationship, there are a lot of fish in the sea. There are a lot of other places that you can take your energy and your creativity and your love and your being, right? Your compassion. So that's the kind of idea here, is that there are a lot of doors that you could walk through. And I feel that Spirit really has something great in mind for you. And it's just a matter of you taking the initiative to get through this situation, to get through this dark night, as quickly as possible. This is a card called Swiftness. Don't linger, right? Walk confidently forward, but pick a direction and go that way. Yeah. Let's see what's in the environment here. The Magician. Very nice. The Magician in the connected with the moon energy. Now we've got two major arcana cards. I think you have really intense psychic abilities. I really do feel that you have an intense intuition. You have a really strong connection with spirit, and I feel like you're some kind of a psychic or a medium or a channeler or a tarot reader or something like that. But I feel like lately it's felt kind of dry, right? It feels like the connection hasn't been there. It's still there. Okay, this might just be a little period of stagnation, a little period of dryness. Okay. The Magician in the moon energy. It's kind of to me it feels like somebody who's going through this dark night and they're just going to enjoy the night. If we're waiting for the sun to rise, why don't we just make the best of the forest that we're in, right? Let's try to enjoy what we've got now. And I know that sounds hard. It sounds impossible. It kind of sounds like we don't even want that. Okay? But the magician is also the trickster, you know. If we embrace the kind of the darkness around us right now, then I think it makes the experience a lot more, a lot more meaningful, a lot more productive. You know, it is the idea that we want to get out of there as quickly as possible. We see even with the Eight of Wands, it's a Mercury and Sagittarius energy. It's kind of like pick a direction and fly that way. The magician is able to adapt to any circumstances. So whatever position you're in now, and even if it means that we're getting out of this period of stagnation and we're not really sure where we're going, we're just kind of pointing and then we're walking that way, the magician can take any set of circumstances, any raw materials, any situation in which you find yourself, you can optimize it. So if this is something that's kind of like a breakup, or if it's the dissatisfaction with your work life or family life or something, and you're moving on from something, right? We're walking. You can take this time and optimize it. Make it something productive. Make it something that means something to you. Okay? We're not just wallowing in all that water energy, right? And we're not just dwelling on it with that Five of Swords. That you're transforming this into something that is going to be worthwhile for you. Okay? Now, this card also, because it's in the position of the relationships and the environment, I do feel like there was somebody that lied to you, or you discovered somebody's infidelity, or somebody really not being truthful to you, whether it's an employer or a romantic partner or a friend or something like that. Okay? I feel like our feelings were hurt by somebody's dishonesty. Yeah. Next card now. Oh, there's the sun rising. And sometimes when we're in this dark night, when we're in this dark, dark forest, we wonder if the sun is ever going to rise again. Okay? Spirit is promising that it will. Now, when we're in this, of course, this is the threshold of a major life change. Okay? It's a major change in your circumstances. You're right on the threshold of it. And this is something that's dark. It's a dark doorway. We can't always see what's on the other side of this. It's an uncertainty. And it ties in with this idea of deception too. Okay, so there's a few reinforcements of that going on. Okay. Nothing is certain. And so when we're in this period of time, we don't know what the future holds. And in fact, this card is really saying that the only way you're going to know is when you go. There's the sun at the bottom of the card. The only way to see what is really in the future is by taking yourself into the future. You are the light that's going to illuminate the room. Okay, you're the sun that is going to kind of rise, and we're going to see what everything is. Right now it feels dim, feels dark. Maybe it feels pitch black, can't see anything. Can't see myself, can't see my hand in front of my face, certainly can't see what's around me. Okay? But the difficult part is to shine your light. The difficult part is for you to say, okay, well, if it feels as if Spirit's not with you, if it feels like the divine light is not with you now, you have to be the divine light. And this could be what Spirit is calling you to. Spirit's calling you to kind of stand up and shine of your own light and make decisions and take action and move in a direction. So we got fire, fire, fire illuminating the sun. Okay? We've got water, water, and even this kind of, it might as well be water energy too, that's creating the darkness. So the water here adds to the dark. The fire here adds to the light. And it really is a matter of the magician choosing which path they're going to follow. Are you going to walk into the light, become who you're meant to be? Spirit is calling you to something great. Or we could linger here. We can stay in this pitch black, dark forest, quicksand, swamp kind of thing. Or we can walk boldly into the future, into the daylight. Okay. to realize what's coming next for you, because this is a transition. Something is changing in your life. Feels like maybe a relationship is ending. Maybe it's a work relationship that's ending. Okay. Let's see what the final card is. Got that Emperor. The Emperor, of course, reminds us that it is our choice. That what you do with this is up to you, but this is you kind of being the authority of your life. You know, it's kind of saying that we're not being victims of circumstance. And indeed, with the Magician energy too, this is the Emperor kind of being advised by the court magician, you know. And it's kind of like, even though the future is uncertain, maybe the Emperor is invoking the Magician to help us divine the future. Help me see into that darkness. Okay? And then, of course, the Sun is the revelation, the light that illuminates the darkness. And maybe there was this deception. Maybe there is something kind of going on with some sort of infidelity or some sort of a secret or hidden things. The sunlight is eliminating all shadows, all doubts. Everything is becoming clear. And that is kind of part of the problem. That's why this card's in the position of the obstacle, right? If I can put these cards back where they were. The obstacle here is you accepting, in a way, the absolute truth of things. Because maybe right now we're just kind of uncertain. Maybe that's part of the Five of Swords. We're not so sure what the truth is. And maybe the Moon card underneath is saying, I don't really want to know. I don't know all the details. Maybe I don't want to know. The Sun card now is clarity. The truth is being revealed. And you're going to have to do with that what is necessary. Right? Maybe if we stay in this water energy, like I said, I'm not going to mix the cards up again. But if we stay in that water energy and we stay in the darkness of this moon, this kind of new moon energy, if we close our eyes, close our third eye or our physical eyes, we can't see the truth. We're the ostrich with the head in the sand. Over here is enlightenment. Over here is you seeing what really is going on and being able to respond appropriately. Sometimes we don't want to know what the truth is in some situation, because then we've got to deal with that. And that's not always easy. You know, I feel like you have your suspicions maybe about something or someone. Sometimes we don't want to know. Okay? But it is your choice. And I think with all of the information, with all the clarity, you'll be able to make the decisions that are meant for you. I want to do an empowerment oracle card. Did you sprain your ankle recently? I feel that there's something going on with your ankle. Yeah? I know we're talking mostly about emotional stuff, but I feel that there's some sort of a physical sprain. It feels like a sprained ankle or something, yeah. Also, what's the connection with Bakersfield, Southern California, right? There's something's going on there for you. Empowerment oracle card is Oak Tree of Strength. Very nice. I am strong and capable. I fulfill the responsibilities in my life. I am an oak tree of strength, supporting those who are close to me. Well, that's an interesting thing now, right? Look at this. The oak tree of strength, because this is the card of strength. This is a pillar of strength. And maybe this is part of some of this water energy, some of this uneasiness. Because maybe you have been the oak tree of strength for people in your life, especially this person that now you suspect of having betrayed you or lied to you or deceived you in some way. But you've always been there, and you've been that oak tree of strength. So it hurts even more now that you've done so much for people and now you're being perhaps treated this way. Yeah. And that I think also that adds to the turmoil, adds to the feelings here. Let's do one more affirmation card. No, let's do a divine doorway. Because this moon energy, this is a doorway. This is a transition. This is a change in your life circumstances. So let's randomly select a card here. Palmistry, Fortune and Tarot, Collective Destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. Yeah, it makes sense. I feel that you have, that you do some sort of very intense psychic channel mediumship, some sort of divination. Maybe it is palmistry. And I feel that, that there's been a disconnect from that work, right? Maybe the idea here, reconnect with that. Maybe you haven't got your tarot cards out for a long time. Maybe this is the first of my readings you've seen. Maybe you took a long break from watching tarot readings on my channel, but here you are again, right? Reconnect with that intuition, with that psychic activity of yours. Okay? For you to get the most out of these tarot readings, you've got to connect with that divine energy, right? That's the trick of tarot readings, that you have to connect to. Okay? This is the electrical circuit of creation, and it needs to be hooked up, right? I think there's something to this. I think it's really meant for you to get back to your cards too, right? Or whatever you do, however you connect with your intuition. Okay, let's take a look at that mystery card. Well, we've got some ideas. I think we can have perhaps the Leo energy, the strength card, your power card. We could go with some. Well, I'd like to see some good water energy here, because we kind of got some bad feelings here. I'd like to get some good feelings going on. Well, I'd like an empress, really. I'd like you, as the emperor, to have the right environment that is going to support you and love you and nurture you and give back to you in a very reciprocating, loving, caring way. Not this. This is not an empress here, right? And it's not gender specific, okay? That's not the point. For the emperor, for the individual, autonomous, sovereign being that you are, to have the right environment for you. To be surrounded by someone or something or people or a place or a job or whatever, right? Surrounded by energy that will love you and care for you and nurture you and appreciate you and give back to you in kind of equal measure of what you put in, you know? I'd really like to see the Empress. Let's see what we got. We've got a Six of Pentacles. This is okay too, because this is at least the reciprocation, right? It's a 3 and a 3. And if this 3, if it's, maybe this is a work thing, or maybe this is the idea that you have been supporting people or someone financially, physically, right? And that could be where some of this sorrow is coming from, that it hasn't been returned, hasn't been reciprocated or appreciated, or you've been taken advantage of, taken for granted, or deceived in some way. This is an energy now that is harmonious. It's reciprocated. It's appreciated, right? So this is, I think, this is you finding the right kind of energy. Finding a situation, maybe it's a company, maybe it's a person, a relationship, a friend, or whatever, that appreciates you and can treat you the way you deserve to be treated. And it doesn't mean that like you give somebody $1 and then you expect them to give you $1 back. What's the point, right? No, this is about you being there for people, being a tower of strength, an oak tree of strength for people, and understanding that when you're in need, they will be there for you too. Right? In a kind of a harmony, a resonance, an equality, and a reciprocating appreciation. Yeah. This is good. This is really good. We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. Link up top, link down below. New readings for Leo Tuesdays. Bonus readings on Saturdays. Be sure you watch both. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.